The Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling marvelous. Got some Pinot in the glass.
Easy.
And,
I ain't mad
kicking
at that.
back and ready to do the show.
Yeah, man. Ooh, baby, it's a wild world. We got a lot of wild shit going on today, man.
That indeed, man. That indeed.
You know, I don't even know where to begin. It's hasn't been a stable, kosher good week this past week. I want to say within the 7 days. Let's talk about the journalist dude, Jamal Khashoggi. Forgive me if I got your name wrong. I'm pronouncing it wrong. But Jamal was a Saudi journalist.
Right.
And he was out there in Istanbul, Turkey, in the consulate there, in the Saudi consulate there.
Right.
And they showed that he was pulling into a spot and never came out his spot, and he was dead. And his body's missing and everything and stuff. I mean, seems a bit dodgy to me, mate.
Yeah, I do recall the story, and when I first heard him talking, I wasn't quite sure about how it transpired or what transpired, but only the fact that he was a CNN journalist,
Right.
And that it happened on the grounds of the consulate.
Right.
So
where you should feel most protected at.
Where you should feel most protected
Right.
at, and especially as a journalist, right?
Right.
You would think that being a journalist, he's there for a specific reason. A, to either conduct an interview, or B, to find out what's going on, if there's
Right.
something that might happen to be going on. So so we can either deduce that he interviewed somebody who he wasn't supposed to interview, or D, found out something he wasn't supposed to be finding out, because you're right, it's quite weird, especially in this day and time, the type of tensions between the
Nations,
US
yeah.
and the East, the Saudis not being trusted to begin with. You would kind of think that with those kind of temperature checks out there, that you kind of want to play
correct.
it, yeah, play it safe, come correct, keep on a good side. So when I first heard it, I wasn't really looking at it at a foul play type of angle.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was kind of, well, what could possibly happen to somebody? Because at that point, I was thinking maybe it wasn't an accident. You know what I mean? Maybe they were skeet shooting and someone accidentally shot him by accident type of thing. I was willing to go there at that point because
Right.
of just what it was, who he was.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that someone would just flat out just murder somebody knowing that the world is watching.
Man, this shit felt like a Homeland episode, man.
Dude,
I felt like I was watching Homeland and shit for real.
But I don't know, to me, I don't know, maybe to you, but to me, watching news, to me, seems like watching reality television lately nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, with all what you see happening in the news, it's almost like, wow, yeah, I did see that on an episode of 24 or
whatever show,
or
yeah.
CSI or
That's
something
true.
like that. It's the stuff that we watch and we participate in watching the theater of.
Yeah.
It's like a TV show. So what do you think? What do you think the conclusion is, or how it got to this point? Because first they said that the Saudi Arabian government claimed that They didn't know nothing. There was nothing about it. They don't know nothing. What happened? What's going on with the foul play? Then after that, you started hearing stories come out where there's recorded audio of the journalist. I don't know if he was being recorded being interrogated or something, but they said you can hear a little scuffle happening in the audio and so forth like that. Then I heard the audio talk had died down for a bit because the Saudi Arabian government was still denying the whole kind of factor, or maybe not denying, but maybe the existence of the tape or some foul play they were denying. Some form of foul play they were denying.
I feel like it's deeper than what we think. That's one. Like it's a smoke and mirrors type of thing and stuff. Whatever. Like they're trying to pitch it off, and then plus just his wife. She got invited to the White House, and she not even fucking with Trump. So, I mean, this thing is. I feel like it goes deeper on some levels and stuff that maybe the media is not giving off. But I mean, there might be a theory to it. I don't know yet. What you got a theory on it or something like that? Whatever, because I don't know too much about it.
Well, and here's the thing, because you kind of have to. You kind of have to say to yourself, you're right. Maybe there is a little bit more that the media is not covering, or at least not willing to say. All right. So.
All right.
So me, I'm just chilling, and I got that one of those brothers that they put on they thinking hat and they investigating caps and so forth like that. And
is this a Podical Sons theory?
This is not a Podical Sons theory, but this is an insider knowledge.
Shit.
Been passed on to a Podical Sons to type of formulate a theory, right?
So we can't even put hashtag Illuminati to this thing. We gotta put a hashtag.
We gotta put a hashtag, maybe something to it. Whoa. Okay, let me go through it and then we can see what we can hashtag with.
Go ahead, run it.
So according to my brother Phil, and he says you can find this on Wikipedia. This is not something that
Oh, so this is easy to find.
Yeah, this is something that's easy to find. So,
all right.
So this Jamal Khashoggi was the first cousin of Dottie Fiat. Do you know who Dottie Fiat is?
Yeah.
Well, tell for the people who don't know, tell the people who Dottie Fiat.
Dottie Fiat is the backstory with Dottie is he's back in the Saudi arms dealing business, isn't he?
He's one of the he's a son of the of an heir, but Dottie Fiat is the dude from the whole Diana fiasco.
Oh yes, from the whole card. That's right. That's where the Dottie name comes up.
That's where the name comes from, right? So okay, so possibly car accident, possibly murder. There's that little conspiracy thing going on right there.
They always had a conspiracy when it came to Diana.
Right. So, anyway, he's a cousin of said Mr. Fiat. But not only is he the cousin, both of them are grandsons of Adnan Khashoggi. Now, for those who don't know who Adnan Khashoggi is, he is a Saudi businessman / arms dealer.
Right.
Okay?
I know it's about the line.
It's getting a little bit interesting, right? Okay, so he was implicated in the Iran-Contra arms for hostage controversy. So now, there's a backstory already involving the U.S.
So I feel like a hashtag war dogs in this. Go ahead, run it.
Okay, so here it is. Saudi businessman doing business in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, he's got ties with the government. He's an arms dealer. Obviously got ties to outside forces. Right? You know, you make friends, you make enemies.
Usual.
Yeah, it goes with the territory.
Usual shit.
Right?
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, you have a business like this. That business gets passed down family generations, right? So you got, you know, nephews, sons, you know, they're in line with the businesses and so forth like that.
Right. Auntie, sister, brother, cousin, cross street named Sally's little nephew.
Right, yeah. You know, they get connected.
Yeah, they get connected.
They get connected. And, you know, but old beefs never die.
No.
They usually pass down through generation.
That's usual, though.
Okay, so now here we have it. Grandsons. One's already been X'd, you know what I mean?
Right.
One's been X'd out the picture. Now we know this dude is coming in. Why? What is it? Why would they want to murder a journalist? What's so significant about this journalist?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he's more than a journalist. Maybe. And maybe he's just a journalist, but just knows too much. Maybe.
See? I told you, this shit seemed deeper than what it is because, think about it. I'm a regular person, right? And I'm seeing the media blow this up on all types of levels and stuff, whatever, than what it is. I'm like, it's just foul play to a person that's already thinking, right? But then when you look into this thing, whatever, I'm like, nah, they keep blowing it up to what it is, more deeper, more bigger and stuff, whatever. I'm like, it got to be something about this dude, but there you have it. You kind of broke it down, though.
But what they're keeping, you're right though, but what they keep in the news is stuff that they're just regurgitating old stuff. It's not really anything new new information that they're bringing about. They're only saying what's happening now. What's this, that, right? But nobody's really connecting the dots to really say, okay, this was happening, this was going on. I just look at, I got a brother that's, you know, he's Snoop like that, you know what I mean? He like to dig. He digs and he comes up with these things and he brings them to my attention. I'm like, that kind of makes sense, man. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but that, you know what I mean? It's crazy, you know. I don't know how he has any children. I know he left back a wife who recently was invited to the White House, but
fucking with Trump, man.
Turned it down. You understand? And
she not fucking with Trump, but Yeezy fucking with Trump. That make no goddamn sense to me. But okay, continue.
I think Trump invested in some Yeezys. I think that's what's really going on. Yeah, I think if you stay at any one of Trump's hotels, you get a free pair of Yeezys instead of bed slippers.
Well, I'm about to do that then. The son of bitches on friggin' either Craigslist or Kijiji. Then.
Well, then that's what's up. You know what I mean? But yeah, you had that, and then. Oh, just today we had this. This is a crazy time, Marv. Cause
I told you, man. Ooh, baby,
the shooting.
Baby, it's a wild world. The shooter.
I'm just watching TV today, and I'm flipping channels, and I seen that some dude just went buck wild in the synagogue, killing 11 people.
Yeah, man. What's his name? Robert Bowers. And he killed 11 in the synagogue, man. But he had anti-Semitic. What they've been telling us is that the anti-Semitic stuff, he's been pumping heavy on his Facebook and his social media and everything. And I feel like Dylan Booth Part 2. I mean, the reason why I say that, whatever, because I want to say Dylan Booth, he kind of went off before on whole blacks and everything and stuff before he went to that church in South Carolina.
Right,
and did his nonsense.
Yeah.
And this dude had anti-Semitic stuff killing it on his social media.
Okay.
And then he reacted. And this is where he was, whatever, right? I think he got wounded by a police officer in the process of the whole situation and stuff, whatever, going down. That's why he was apprehended and stuff, wounded.
Yeah.
Right? And my thing and stuff is that no disrespect to the Jewish people, but I feel like the black people went through some stuff. They've been going through some stuff countless times over and over again. But to see that for them to go through some stuff like this, hopefully they can kind of seek the common grounds how black people felt when it came to Dylan Roof and his situation.
Yeah.
right? Because again, a synagogue is nowhere for violence to be, at its not even maximum capacity at any kind of level. It's a place for worship. These people went there to go worship, mind their business on a Saturday, on the Shabbat, and this stuff happens. That's foul. I'm not a fan.
Nah, I'm definitely not a fan, but it's crazy how just it's crazy how it can still just be so easy to pull off and it happened in this time where there's so much sensitivity over gun violence.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you that it's until they really decide to do something concrete about it, there is just there's just no way of getting it under control.
No.
None. There is none. Absolutely none.
I mean, I don't know, man. People broke nowadays, right? But then, you got people got money. Like the Vegas shooter, he had paper, right? But if you broke and they have something like, if you cash in your gun right now, you get a $1,000 or $5,000 type of deal, whatever. You might consider some things though.
You might.
Yeah, because you got some bills to pay.
You might, yeah.
You might buy you a hoopty somewhere,
Yeah.
Might get you point A, point B for a bit, whatever. But, I mean, it's at least an incentive, whatever, right? I read a book called Freakonomics and stuff, and then they said incentive and stuff is a way to help people and stuff do more to whatever cause they have.
Right.
So, I mean, but if there's no incentive, whatever, why would they really want to stop? If they told you an incentive and stuff were like, we want you to stop drinking wine for a full year, or your ID has no purchase for wine, we'll give you an extra $50 to your taxes. You might say, fuck wine, you'll be drinking beer that full year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's no incentive.
Right, yeah.
So if there's no incentive and stuff with it, how can this gunplay and stuff stop?
I don't know. How do you insensitize? What do you incentivize to stop the gun violence? You understand? And it's because what do you incentivize? Think about it. Because there's no concrete reason for the gun violence.
True.
There's no, it's not something where you can put out there that's going to be like a catch-all solution. Because, for some people, the gun violence is because they're broke. For some people, the gun violence is because they got opposing views. Yeah. For some people, their gun violence is just because they're wacko. Do you know what I mean? What do you incentivize for you?
Well, you probably can't have no incentive. But, okay, Chris Rock. I remember Chris Rock said long ago, I can't remember which stand-up he said. He's like, they need to increase the price on bullets. A bullet from like Walmart or something like that in America is probably like maybe 17 cents. Like less than a quarter.
Right, yeah.
If they increase a bullet to probably like to a high-ass inflation to like maybe $100, there'd be less innocent bystanders. Because he said like, yo, a man was like, yo, I will pop you in your dome, but I gotta wait till payday to get this done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if at least bullets was not cheap, super like easy to get, and they increase some prices and stuff, whatever, I'm pretty sure people will be less likely to do some nonsense. Picture like a clip for an AK. If a clip for an AK and stuff is running you about like $1,800 and everything and stuff with a full clip.
Right. Yeah.
You really gonna be just spraying off everywhere like that?
No, you're not. You'll hold it down for a bit.
You gonna put that thing on one shot. Clack. Clack. Let me reserve this until I got some real beef with Day in them.
And then you go all out. You'll go all out.
I mean, I don't know, man.
But I mean, well, they ain't even wasting bullets no more. They sending packages to your front door.
Ooh. I know we always been talking about with the MAGA man. Now we got a bomber man. We always bringing this this video game shit to Podical Sons.
You know what?
Real life Bomberman, man.
Listen, I think and maybe I'm older than you, so maybe it's something that I can recall. But it seems to me every 5 to 10 years we got like some sort of bomber dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Who kind of pops up and just starts threatening the atmosphere. Cause I'm recalling a while back, maybe a few years back, there was there was the bomber incident, and then years prior to that we had a mail bomb. I think every now and so we have a mail bomber that surfaces.
You got to, man.
We have a mail bomber that surfaces.
I want to say, to my knowledge and stuff, that we have Timothy McVeigh. He's the one in the Oklahoma bomber.
Right.
To my knowledge.
Right.
Whatever, right?
But his was the whole truck though. He wasn't mail bombing though. At least I don't. Did he have any mail bombs?
No, he didn't have mail bombs. He had like
he just used the full blown truck.
Yeah.
No, but the whole.
You talking about like mail bomb,
like specifically mail bombing.
Well, yeah, I think they feel like they gotta do it and stuff, whatever. So I think a pipe bomb is so easy to deal with. I don't know. I read the Anarchist Cookbook a long time ago, and it's not that hard to conspire a little quick pipe bomb, as much as you ship it in a package box or whatever, right? People order shit from Amazon all the damn time. I know I do. I had like 5 orders this past week.
I think the reason why they do it is the anonymity, and I think they probably feel it's harder to trace.
Yeah.
Easier to get away with, because the postman is doing the job for you.
That's true. Right?
You're not physically carrying the bomb and going to the place and setting the bomb up for it to detonate, so there's no way of nobody catching you. Saying, oh, an eyewitness had seen you at this location, you know what I mean? There's no eyewitness again, because the mailman drops the parcel off, and the mailman has every right. He's delivering mail, so there's nothing suspicious.
Right.
So I think that kind of has that's the kind of modus of operating for the mail bomber. But I kid you not, man, it's like every 5 to 10 years one of them pops up. Now, here's my question, because these recent events, it seemed to be for me it seems to be a trend I was following from last year. But last year it looked like it was only like black politicians that were getting mail bombs mail bombs sent to them.
That's right. But Obese got slipped in. Obama got caught in this mess.
He got caught in this one?
Yeah.
This one coming up?
Yeah, this past one.
With
my guy, what's his name? Caesar.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out now if it's the same, because they never said they caught the ones that was going after all the black people.
No, they never caught those ones.
So I'm wondering, okay, is this the same? It's the same dude, or is this two? Because there's no way of knowing. There's no way of telling if there's one, if there's two, if there's 3 or 4. Right? There's no, at least not that we know of.
If the copycat syndrome always happens a lot.
Copycat syndrome always happens a lot, and there's no way of telling, because we don't know they don't tell you the details specifically because of the copycat syndrome.
Yeah.
Right? They don't divulge certain information because they don't want people to go and copy what this first person did, and now they're dealing with a whole new can of worms. So there's no way of telling if there's a specific MO that you can build a pattern on and say, okay, yeah, this is the same dude was harassing those black,
right.
The judges, the politicians from last year.
Right.
Yeah, this is our dude. We didn't catch him last year, but now we know for sure this is the dude. He's got the same modus of operation. This is how he handles these things. And maybe the police do know. It's just us as the public who are getting the end news. We don't know that information. We're not privy to that information just yet, because they have made no arrests. And again, they don't want any copycat following what this guy's out there doing.
Well, this dude used to be a bodybuilder / stripper though, man.
Well, that's the funny thing, because they said when they got him, he was in the strip club. He's getting his music on and stuff like that.
Dick whipping some people and everything like that. Like yo, they paid you to dick whip people as a stripper.
You already had a job that was the bomb.
Man, boom goes the dynamite. You right. Cause
You sending packages. Listen,
you hitting people with your packages.
You sending packages.
You hitting people with your packages.
You getting carried away with your packages, boy. You getting carried away with your packages.
Special delivery. Yo.
Man, but I'm glad they caught dude because listen, I heard you try to send something to Trudeau. Is that true?
Yeah. But he got fucked because Canada Post is on strike.
He got caught up with the Canada Post. The Canada Post.
They on strike.
They saved Trudeau's ass with that one.
So they on strike and stuff, whatever. Like, yo, shit just didn't work out perfectly and swimmingly and stuff, whatever, for that aspect. I mean, yo, I don't know. God's plan. I don't know what else you could say to that. Because other than that, it worked kind of beautiful and stuff, whatever, man. I was going to ask you. Because we on some dark shit, whatever. Let's get back to the happy shit, to the fun shit, to some real shit. And, like, let me say this. Is it okay to pillow talk about someone else's business? Here's what I mean by that. So we did talk about last time, well, not this last episode, but before, when it came to Drake, had his little confessions and stuff about that the beef with him and Pusha T wasn't fair.
Right.
Pusha T recently was on Joe Budden's podcast, and he revealed where he got the information from. He got it from a chick who Drake's boy 40 was sleeping with. And he pillow talked about how he was undermined by Drake and all the information and stuff, whatever, about Drake's son and everything and stuff, whatever. And Pusha T ended up getting wind with this chick. And she gave Pusha T all the info and everything like that. So my question to you and stuff is it okay to pillow talk about someone else's business? How you feel about that? We don't give a fuck, but how you feel?
I'm going to have to say, in my situation, the pillow beside me belonged to my wife. So,
right.
If I can't tell her anything, man, I'm going to die a tortured soul.
That's what I'm saying. Sickness and health, death do us part,
Listen, there's just some things that you got married for.
Right.
And that's just some of them secrets that you can't share with everybody else.
Okay. So, do you, like, do the chicks out there and stuff who's been, like, long-time girlfriends, Method Man said, word life, you don't need a ring to be my wife. Those long-time girlfriends, are they okay to get that pillow talk?
All right. Okay. All right. Because I'm glad that you raised this, Marv.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to do something special this episode.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have to develop the pillow talk rules.
Oh. Lay it down for me.
All right. Okay. So this is the pillow talk rules, right?
All right.
First and foremost, know who you're pillow talking with.
Okay.
Okay?
It has to be wifey.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry. We're establishing the rules here.
Okay, go ahead. Lay the foundation.
Okay. So, wife, by the virtue of who she is and the oath that was given upon her and you, has established pillow talk.
Okay.
That bed that you guys share is Pillow Talk Embassy.
So what about the side chicks? Like if this dude,
hold on, we getting there. We getting there.
My bad.
That bed you share is the embassy. All right. Embassy. You and your wife pillow talking. Cause that's expected, man. Do it if you know what I mean. If somebody tell you something and you married, 80% of the time you thinking, yeah, he gonna tell his wife.
Yeah.
20% of the time you're gonna feel like, yeah, you gonna hold him down. But 80% of the time you're like, yeah, you gonna tell you. But guess what? This is okay though. This is okay though because wife, she follows under the category of soldier.
First infantry.
First infantry.
Right.
Top of command. she gonna die with your pillow talk secret. You understand?
Okay, go ahead.
Listen,
go ahead.
If she a ride to die wifey, she gonna die with your pillow talk. It's just gonna be cause you confide in her. She gonna confide with you. When she confide with you, she gonna expect you to die with that pillow talk too.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Okay. So when dude tell another dude who know he got a wife, he know just that wife is extension of dude. And as long as dude is solid,
valid.
Wife is solid. So he ain't worried about that.
Right.
Right? Okay. So wifey, she's automatically in that ring. Right? Okay. So now here's where the pillow talking rules get a little dicey. Okay. Girlfriends and side pieces. You gotta be a little bit careful. You have to be a bit more careful and a lot more discerning.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Okay, so you gotta do background checks on girlfriends and side pieces.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
listen, and my thing on it's coming like every episode that we have, Marv, I gotta add something to the app.
You see?
That's
what I'm saying.
So, put a note for background checks for girlfriends and
side pieces.
Yeah, because this is something. Now,
but good pussy might put them in a place.
Might put them in a place. No, might put the brother in the place of believing that
the side
she is wife material, capable of handling pillow talk duty.
But even crazy chicks got good pussy though.
Yeah, but still, it's that moment when you get that. Now, so you gotta decide. This has got to be a conscious effort on the brothers, because I know brothers, you ready to jump on the sap, but you gotta be thinking. You know what I mean? What's happening a couple rounds after the round? You know, you fall asleep and stuff like that. If it's good, what's it gonna do to you? If it's good, it's gonna make you open up your heart and soul and divulge every secret that you've ever had, that you've ever known.
When I was 3 years old, I fell off my tricycle.
Is it that good? Because if it's that good, and you're holding some important information, and she might not, there's an inkling, she might not be that wife material, hold you down, ain't saying nothing, then bro, you gotta reserve that pillow talk.
I wonder if the first whistleblower in history ever started because he got, I want to say, hyped up from good pussy. You ever thought of that? Let's say like way before the Enron situations.
It'll do it to you. Good pussy, it'll do it to you.
Put that person in a place where, like, you know what? I can do it.
You be telling about your future plans. You know what I mean? You be telling what you plan on doing for your mama. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It could, yeah. I can see you in my life, pussy. That's what. You know what I mean? Because now you start telling the shit because you can see her in your life. That's what happened to 40. 40 could see this bitch in his life. And he became an open book.
He's a confession like Usher.
Well, at least allegation says he became an open book. I don't know. I don't know how much truth it is to what, you know what I mean, Push is saying. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You know, we know pillow talk exists. We know it exists, and we know it's not the most brightest of brothers.
Pillow talking.
Who can discern between the wifey material and who you should not be pillow talking with.
Man, you're right though. Like I said, I got this ring on my finger. My wife got the ring on her finger. She gonna get this pillow talk. We gonna be on some shit, and we gonna talk about some shit. And it's just gonna be about that.
Listen, me and my wife, pillow talk, bedsheet talk, mattress talk.
what is it? Bed quilt talk?
Quilt, frame, curtain talk. We talk Listen. That's it. She left side of the bed, I'm the right side. We gonna talk. It is what it is. You understand? It is what it is. At the end of the day, how was your day? My day was good. How was your day? Your day, you know so and so. You know so and so. Pillow talk. You understand? You just can't be pillow talking with somebody ain't no wifey.
I know, but you know, some people like let's say like it could even classify as a wife too, but some wives or some husbands might not be solid for the pillow talk with her. So say for example, so if you're in a situation and stuff, whatever, you out with the wife's friends, kicking it, whatever, right?
Right.
You guys already pillow talked about something. You probably told like, oh, you know, let's say, you know, Tony over there, he getting wild and stuff, whatever, at times, stuff, whatever, and he'll eat such and such ass,
right,
whatever, right? You tell wifey and stuff, whatever, and she get lit. She out drinking and stuff, getting drunk and everything. Whatever, fuck you, Tony. At least I don't eat ass on a regular day. And then everybody's like, what? Tony? You eat ass? And you're like, babe, that's supposed to be our pillow talk. You know, you kind of fucked up and everything. And then Tony looking at you, he looking at everybody else. And now everyone want to hide their cups away from Tony now. Like, yo. Like,
listen, man. That's Tony's fault.
Sucks to be Tony.
Tony. There's certain things you ain't even tell your man. Alright? There's certain stuff you go to your grave with, bro. There's certain stuff you just go to your grave with. Cause your man could be drunk.
Valid. That's fucking valid.
Your man could be drunk. You understand?
Very valid.
Listen, man. If you divulging something in you gotta make sure your man is 100%. And then if your man is married, that by the virtue of marriage, that 100% fall over to his wife.
80%, yeah, like you said earlier, the 80%.
Yeah,
he may tell his wife. 20%, he may not tell his wife.
He may not tell his wife. But in the fact that the 80% that he does tell his wife, the 100% that his wife is solid just as he is, and ain't gonna leave the pillow talk. And ain't gonna leave the quarters of Pillow Talk Embassy. It ain't leaving Pillow Talk Embassy. See, this is the problem. A lot of Pillow Talk is happening outside of Pillow Talk Embassy.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's happening on foreign grounds. It's happening at the Marriott. It's happening at the W.
That's true.
Pillow Talk is happening on foreign grounds. You understand? So you can't expect them to play by the rules.
But that's fucked up, though, because my thing and stuff is that, okay, even if it doesn't happen in the embassy of the bed, what if it happens still in the sanctity of your house?
No, listen. When I say embassy, I'm including your house.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
But pillow talk ain't happening in anywhere but on top of the pillow. You understand?
True.
Pillow talk, when I say pillow talk, I'm saying in the confines of your house. An embassy, ain't nobody gonna be in the embassy but your first officer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, first embassy.
So that's why I say most pillow talk happens outside the embassy.
Gotcha. And
when it's happening outside the embassy, you can't put that same amount of trust. You can't. They got spies about. They got ears. This hotel got ears.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, you know, I'm always got my theories and my situations and stuff, whatever. There's a Love and Hip Hop star, right? Recently, she got into some shit pertaining to her daughter.
Right.
Now her daughter is kind of messing up in school, and behavior is kind of getting kind of wild, and she kind of dealt with her like I think a proper parent should, right? So my question to you and stuff, whatever, in today's time, can you still be an old school parent? Cause if a kid fucks up, you gotta whoop that ass, man.
Well, I in this day and age, I don't know. We can be as old school as we want to be, cause that ass whooping might line you in jail. You understand? The government don't play that crap no more, bro.
Talk about it.
Listen, When I was growing up, anything that was in a foot radius of your mom was a potential weapon. So
Hot Wheels track extension cord.
Listen, man.
You getting the biz.
If it could be held in a hand, it could be thrown at you. So you better come correct. But that was when I was growing up, and that was kind of the attitude that was losing the battle towards a more conversative approach. Try talking to your kids.
Discussion shit. We're putting Tommy on timeout.
Is stuff that they were preaching when we were growing up.
All right.
And it made worse for some kids. I'm pretty sure for the majority it did. And bad kids out there, it didn't work at all. So, coming forward, progressing and moving on, obviously attitudes change, times change, the way we deal with our kids change, but not only the way how we deal with our kids have changed, but the way but kids themselves have changed growing up.
These kids are wild now, man.
Attitudes are different.
Fleek.
They're more
fleek. That's the word.
They're
man.
more advanced than we are at the age that they are. So dealing with them now it's totally different from when our parents were dealing with our age.
Right.
Our age. I mean, what did our parents really worry about when we were growing up?
Bring your ass home before it gets dark.
Bring our ass home before it gets dark, right?
Right.
And not to play video games too late.
Yeah.
Right? They weren't worrying about you being on the internet.
No, because it wasn't popping like that.
And then not only was it not popping, but there was only so much places that a mind would go.
True.
To get what a mind needed. There was no such things as YouTube.
Nah.
Right? The social media wasn't invented yet. Yeah. It was just the raw internet. I mean, the only thing I think we were on the internet back then was for getting music.
I was about to say that.
Getting videos.
Just getting music.
Getting videos, getting movies and stuff like that. Otherwise than that, we didn't care for what the internet brought.
No, because remember Napster and all that type of shit. Remember?
Nah, we used our computers for other things. Yeah. You know what I mean? For actual computer programs. Yeah. So our parents never worried about that. They never had that concern, nor did we have that influence. Mm-hmm. Right? Nor did we have those things to shape who we were, mm-hmm. or how we acted and how we behaved. So let's break this down now. So now we have a changing in attitude that's happening with our kids, mm-hmm. that we don't understand or we're not aware about. Because one, we're not into the same things that they're in.
Never, but we're never gonna be like that.
We're never gonna be like that.
Right.
Two, the things that they're into, they're getting from different sources that we're used to getting, right? Okay. So, for instance, and I'm gonna bring this around full circle, but I'm giving you the background.
Go ahead, the
for
floor
my
is
answer.
yours.
Right.
Do your thing.
For instance, we look at social media and we think of within my age group, we know YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, right? Mm. We know of all the other the ones that have popped up since then, but that for my age group, I would say 35 and up, that would be the core of our social media existence. Mm. Where you have things like IG, Snapchat, Periscope is more of the 35 and under social media playground. Right? With that being said, 35 and then up may not be keen to or understand what's happening in that social media universe down there.
Okay.
Right? That social media universe down there don't give a shit about what's happening to our social media universe is old to them.
Pretty much, because some of the young kids don't even have a Facebook.
Right. Yeah. A lot of them don't have a Facebook.
They don't have a Facebook.
So right there and then, there's two different social media worlds happening.
Mm-hmm. The old versus the new.
Old versus the new. And the things that are happening in the new social media world, we some of us might not be aware of.
Right.
Right? So already there's the changing of attitude is there. Right? Things that we may consider to be the norm may have already been erased as the norm in this new generation.
Whooping ass, okay.
Through their portals, through what they're receiving. Understand, people 45 and up are not receiving the same social media information that these kids are receiving.
True.
They're not listening to the same music that these kids are listening to. Right? They're not watching the same material that these kids are watching to. We're up here, we're still reminiscing of our glory days, of our 90s hip hop, of all our things in the past and all the things that came with it socially, especially socially, right?
Okay.
A lot of that social rules have changed. And a lot of us are not aware of that. Right?
But you still have some old people or older people, like in our age frame.
Yeah.
They're whipping Nene. They're doing the shoot. You know, they're doing
yeah. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule.
Like, yeah, okay.
There's always going to be there's always going to be exceptions.
Right. That's fair.
There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, right?
That's fair. Yeah.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because with exceptions to the rule becomes a change in attitude and a change a way of thinking, right? So, with that being said, those exceptions to the rule are parenting different.
That's true.
They're parenting different, right?
They adapted to it.
They've learned, they've adapted to it. They're not so rigid in their ways. They're not as old school as old school would be, so they don't have those old. They've got rid of the old school parenting, because they are already in tune with the newer generation, and they already either understand or perceive that old school methods are not going to work.
But those are the discussion motherfuckers right there, though. Those are the discussion group.
That's
so
the
those are the ones
discussion
like, Tyler, take your ass on timeout.
Right.
But what about the Joe Jackson types?
Joe Jackson types is old school. They're not. Listen, they haven't. They're the 45
Salute to
and
Joe
up.
Jackson, by the
They're
way.
the 45 and up. They might not even be on social media altogether, so they might be totally removed to what's happening with this generation, how this generation thinks and acts. Mm-hmm. Right? And what's not acceptable from what wasn't acceptable in the past. They haven't adjusted their way of thinking yet, right? So they're coming with not only the old school mentality of discipline, but the old school way of thinking, which is instantly gonna clash, right?
Right.
Instantly. Sure. There's no way if and buts about it. It's gonna clash, because they can't put themselves in a shoe that these kids are in. Much like how our parents couldn't put themselves in a shoe that we were in. So we clashed at some point.
Yeah.
Right? And their way of disciplines had to change. They had to realize, hey, no, we can talk to our kids. We don't gotta beat them to death.
Shit, speak for yourself. Shit.
Right,
my mom still trying to fuck me up at 17.
Listen,
so
you understand?
You can talk your shit.
So now, going over now, we gotta understand now, if our generation was the generation where the don't beat your kids has been instituted in.
Right.
Right? Every year since we've learned that, anybody who's been having kids have been indoctrinated with that. Right?
Yeah.
So, these kids now, there's never been a time where parents were allowed to beat their kids.
Yeah, because that...
You understand?
That it missed them.
It missed them. They don't know. They don't understand that there. And furthermore, they already know. It's ingrained. It's been built in their DNA.
To call the police?
To call the police. Your parents beat you. That's abuse.
Yo.
It ain't nothing else. It's not. Your parents don't love you. Your parents ain't trying to correct your ways. Your parents are abusing you.
Yeah.
Right? That's what this. So now, you have to be careful. If you're still stuck in your old school ways, your old school mentality, thinking, yo, my mama beat me to correct my ways, I'm gonna beat my kids. It's a different day and age, brother.
But dude, you got to play this. My aunt always says old school religion can't die. Right? And you had a situation where these people and stuff, whatever, if they're holier than thou, they follow that good book called the Bible. You spare the rod, you spoil the child.
Yeah.
So if they following this Bible and stuff, whatever, they not about to spoil this child. They gonna snatch up that rod and they gonna do it. Whether that be a rod, that nice belt, whatever, whatsoever and stuff is still getting the business. Look at the video and stuff. There's a video on social media and stuff with the lady in Jamaica.
Yeah.
She damn near naked, beating the shit out of the little girl with the machete.
Right.
The flat end of the machete and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't just like 5 years ago. That wasn't like 2 years ago. That was like this year.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying and stuff, whatever. Like, it's still going down, whatever. And then it always comes up as a question, whatever. Anytime you see a parent trying to let the kid know and stuff, whatever, you not grown, it always comes up and stuff, whatever. Like, is this proper parenting or is this not?
Yeah, but you seen how much flack that lady caught on social media.
Right.
For beating her child with the machete.
Yeah, so just beat her without the camera being there. My bad.
But I can guarantee you, if that happened in my date and time growing up, it would have been
nothing. It
would have been the Pitney Road, Ross Road. She deserve every last lick and beating she get.
That's what I'm saying.
But that some times have changed.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You understand? So what was acceptable back then is no longer acceptable now. And here she is with her old school mentality and thinking, beating her child the only way she knows how to discipline. She never got that whole sit down and talk to your kids. No, you gotta this, that, and that. She hasn't gotten that. And lucky for her, she was in Jamaica, where it's a little bit more because believe me, if that happened in the U.S., she would have been locked up, no key, no nothing, coming up to get there. They did lock her up in Jamaica, but I heard she got locked her up. I heard she got locked up, and I heard she got she must have got bailed or something like that. And you know what I mean,
that.
I think so. I don't quote me, but I think she did. But in the U.S., we know if that happened, 100% for sure. Yeah, she's gotten locked up.
Should have been that whole child court,
thrown away,
court type of thing.
This that her daughter might have been taken away from her. You know what I mean? We know how that song goes and stuff like that. So, to the
listeners out there, y'all need to give me a country where ass whooping is still fair, because just in case my son act up later, might have to fly there just to the airport, whoop that ass, and come right back. But
nowadays, discipline is different. You can't approach kids with the same old school type beat beat sense into them. As much as you want to, as much as your blood may be boiling and that pressure is about to pop.
But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's a difference between like beating to teach a lesson compared to like child abuse. Like my thing and stuff is that if, I don't know, if like you're a man and your wife or your girlfriend talk to you any type of way and stuff, whatever, and you know your kid kind of fucked up that day and everything like that, whatever, you don't take out that extra anger on the child. That's abuse.
Yeah,
but if you in a situation and stuff, whatever, where they literally like didn't follow directions or adhere and everything and stuff, whatever, and you try to tell them and stuff, and they're just trying to brush off what you're trying to teach them, then that be that. Like, I'm for that. I'm not for the abuse part or whatever, because I remember my mom said, if I don't discipline you, the police is going to discipline you.
Yeah. And, but I think where the problem really lied is the defining line. I mean, where, at what point does it stop becoming discipline and start becoming abuse, right? And how do you know when you cross that line? Right? Some may cross it quicker than others. Some may be slow to cross it. Some may not cross it altogether. Some may have
just go full frontal into
full force frontal, and maybe using discipline as an excuse to do what they're doing, right? So, but there's no way of defining that. So, because there's no way of defining that, they're just gonna say, "Well, get rid of it altogether." Because if I can't make that discerning, if I can't put that discerning in to that point where I can say, okay, yeah, you know what, you might be going a little bit overboard. Then what do we have at that point? Because a parent could go overboard out of frustration.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And you might go past the point where you can regret a few things. Right?
Right.
So it's, well, how do we stop that? How do we prevent that? And I don't think there's no real measure for it. So because there's no real measure for it, they're just willing to say, you know what, let's take that whole physical discipline out of the equation altogether.
Okay, so let me ask you this. This is a Podical son question.
You know, these ones is tough ones when they come from a Podical son point of view.
Yo, Joe Jackson. We know Joe Jackson, R.I.P., salute to the dead. He beat the Jacksons, whatever, right?
Right.
Regular. He beat his kids into millionaires, though.
True.
And then you have the other ones that don't beat their kids and stuff for them, and they're just average, regular citizens in the society. Which side do you go to? You go to the Joe Jackson, I beat you to a possible millionaire discipline? Or, you gonna beat this regular worker stuff in society?
Well, let me ask you this.
All right, I'm here.
In final days, right? Who's happier? Joe Schmo in his regular society? Or Michael Jackson?
Tito Jackson. Tito, not Mike. Because Mike has some different things going on with him and stuff, whatever, in the final run.
I mean, we always like to look at... we look at people's success story and assume their life was a success.
No. Because people always people forget level 1. People focus on level 9 and 10.
So, listen, we don't know. We will probably never know. Maybe Michael wanted to be like a sculptor.
He wanted to play with rats, man. Remember the song Ben?
Well, yeah,
about the rat.
well, maybe he wanted to sculpt rats, but the point is,
zoologist.
The point is that he had a voice, right? The kids had talent for music, and the father seen it.
Yeah.
Right. If it became the kid's dreams later on in life, maybe so. But from my point of view, it's more the father's dream than anybody else to get his kids on and popping. Right?
I see what you're saying. So you're saying,
and he got his kids on and popping by any means necessary.
And
good times, bad times. Hold on, abuse was a part of that.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. At the end of the day, they became the Jacksons 5. We got the Michael Jackson. We got the Janet Jackson. Because of what obviously because of their talents, but the father played a lot.
He played
to do with it, right?
So it's kind of similar.
We don't know how truly happy they were, or if they truly wanted to just that's what they envisioned themselves as being singers, or if that was more of a parental type of aspect doing it and reinforcing it through discipline.
It's like some toddlers and tiaras type shit. If they did it like 10 years later after Honey Boo Boo and the Squad and stuff like that, well, Honey Boo Boo's a different kind of dance. But like even the regular toddlers and tiaras and stuff, they do like 10 years later and stuff, whatever. Are they happy? Are those ones being into like the Miss Universe contest and everything? Because those are pageants and stuff, whatever, right? If they're still doing that or not, or you might hear the real story and stuff like that. I only did it because of my mom, or my mom forced that or opposed that dream and stuff on me. So you're saying that the Jacksons might have been
a lot of times you hear that. You understand? So maybe we don't know. And because of music, because of what it brought them, maybe then after they say to themselves, this music thing, this is where it's at, or you know what I mean. And then maybe after it became a part of them, they've grown into it, grown into loving it, grown into liking it, and so forth like that. After the fact, but I'm pretty sure. Look, Jackson 5. Every kid's an individual. I'm pretty sure all 5 of them didn't want to be singers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 1 out of the 5 had aspirations to do something else.
Tito, fuck O's.
That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? And Joe might have been like, nah, son, you doing everything your brother's doing. Get over here and get back in line. What was his existence like? Was he as happy as Joe Blow, who didn't get no beating, whose parents just said, yo, live your life, man. Whatever you want to be, that's what you're going to be.
Happiness comes back to the play. I didn't think about it like that.
You understand?
You're right.
Here's discipline. A man who disciplined his kids to where he wanted them to go, right? And then you have the other parent who's like, yo, listen. If you want to be a bum with the rest of your life, then you go ahead and be a bum with the rest of your life.
Be a happy bum.
Be a happy bum. Be whatever.
Be a happy hobo.
Listen. Happy like a pig in shit.
Okay, so
I think it's mud, but I'm gonna put him in shit anyway.
So okay, I gotta. To me, a proper parent in mind, right? There's a lady in Florida. Her name is Tanya Kiefer. She has a husband named Jason Kiefer, right?
Okay.
And Tanya Kiefer, to give you a backstory on her real briefly, her and her husband can't have kids. They could not have kids. So they adopted 2 children where their birth mothers and stuff didn't want them.
Right.
Right? It wasn't as a situation that they gave up the kids just because the birth mothers fully didn't want them, right?
No, yeah. These were they in an adoption home?
Correct.
Okay.
They were fully in an adoption home and stuff, whatever, and they have 2 kids. They adopted a little girl and a little boy. Now, Tanya and Jason, they're both Caucasian, both white.
Okay, yeah.
They adopted a little black girl named Leah, and they adopted a little white boy. His name is Nathaniel. Right?
Right.
The family went out to Zaxby's in Florida. I think Plant City, that's a place. They went out for dinner there, and I guess some other people seen them walking to and fro through the restaurant and everything. You know, the older kids get, the less cool it is to hold their parents' hands or walk side by side with their parents. Kids don't want to be seen with their parents.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever,
yeah,
usual
we know
dance,
that.
right?
Yeah.
When they went into the restaurant, had their dinner, had their meal, and came back out, they found a note on their car windshield. And the note went in to dig in Tanya and Jason's ass. Basically cutting them up. To summarize everything and stuff, it basically said that they're racist because they let the little black girl walk behind them. And they paid more attention to the little white boy over the black girl.
Oh, that
and all that type of stuff and everything. And salute to Tanya. Tanya, she responded and stuff. She took it to social media, took the note to social media, put it up on her Facebook and everything and stuff, whatever. And then she was classy with it. She told the person and stuff, whatever. She's like, that little black girl you seen, whoever you are, she's a daughter named Leah. We love her so much. She's off doing her ones and twos. We express, we love her creativity. And if she doesn't want to walk by us and everything and stuff with her, it's all good. She's just her own individual. We don't call her the little black girl. We call her by her name, and we love her. And if you have a problem with it, we would love to invite you over to dinner so you can get to know us and Leah at the same time. That's a classy parent. That's a classy person. Fuck that.
Yeah, for sure.
In general.
Yeah.
My question to you and stuff is that, have you ever been quick to judge?
Yeah. Come on, man. I think that's something that we do all the time, and I think it's human nature to judge. But
even us on the Podical Sons, we just, like I said, we don't have any law degrees. Why are we judging people? Why should we be judging people?
Nah, but I think it's inherent to just human nature itself. And not just people, but things, objects. The moment that you see something, your mind is already formulating opinions about what that thing might be, how that thing might operate, what that thing might be about. It's natural human. It's natural human curiosity to try and figure what that thing is out about, right?
Before you get to it.
Before you even get to it.
That's prejudice, though. That's prejudging.
But how else are you gonna? You can't escape that. I don't think you can escape that.
So prejudice is in all of us.
Prejudice is in all of us, whether it be a minute form, or whether it be a full blown version of it.
Okay.
The minute that you see a person, you have some preformed conception of them. It might be by the way they're dressed, by the way they part their hair, if they got glasses on, something. There's gonna be something about you to judge physically, from a physical appearance. And you have to, because you know nothing else about them.
But from the physical thing that you normally see.
From what you see.
So yeah, because your brain will lock in certain type of aspects of a situation or a person and just automatically go back to that and reference it if you're in a situation like that again.
Here's the thing. They always tell you, don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Right? But in saying that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does the cover of the book show you?
might show you a different side. But yeah, I get what you're
The
saying.
cover of the book is either gonna give you the title, right?
Right.
Of the book, right?
Summary in the back.
The summary on the back,
Mm-hmm.
right? The if it's a paperback book, it might have a picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the picture might be describing something of what the book is, what's inside the book's content, right?
Right.
So even without you judging the book, there's visual cues there to put your mind already on a path.
So they saw this older white couple with a little black girl, and they just automatically assume slavery?
Well, I don't think they might have automatically assumed slavery, but they seen this little black girl,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Who is walking off from the rest of the family,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that person formed an opinion.
Mm-hmm. A big ass misconception.
Hold on, though.
All right, go ahead.
Everybody who's seen them formed an opinion. So this is what I'm going back to what I'm saying. Your preconception can either be small or it can be big,
Right.
right? So let's see. Okay, so let's go with what the conceptions what people may have.
Mm.
The girl might just enjoy walking by herself. That could be a preconception,
Right.
right? The girl may be on timeout.
Might be in trouble.
She might be in trouble,
Okay.
right? So that may be a preconception, right? The girl may have done something that was rude in the car. So the parents have put her on timeout,
That's still like the other choice. Okay.
right?
Right.
That's a preconception, right? This is the stuff that I'm saying that you can get from just the visual cues,
Just from seeing it.
just from seeing, right?
Right.
Another visual conception can be
That this kid is older and they don't find their parents cool as shit to walk with.
cool as shit. I'm not walking with that parent.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
But a very real preconception can also be that, hey, the couple in front is white. The child that they're socializing with is white. The child who's off on their own is black.
Mm.
They don't love this black child as much as they love this white child.
Bingo. That's what
Right?
the note said.
So, and this is what I'm saying. And this is somebody judging. Everybody who's seen them that day did not all have that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you they didn't all have that point of view, right?
Right.
But the person who did have that point of view took to social media.
Made the note.
Made the note
That fucker had time.
and took to social media. Did not say, okay, let me confront this person to find out. And this is where the problem is. You understand?
Half-ass research?
Because we can have these preconceived notions.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But when we have them, what are we going to do with them? Are we A, going to try and confirm our preconceived notions? Or B, run wild and amok with them?
Most people run wild with a muck with them.
Well, this is what happened in this case.
Yeah.
This is definitely what happened in this case.
Yo, but they had time for the hatred. They had time for the run muck.
They had time for the hatred. They had time for the run amok. They did not have the time
To just ask?
Listen, they sat down and had the time to write the note.
Dedication.
If they had the time to wait for this lady to come back,
That's dedication to the hate, man.
and ask why, then the lady would have took her time and explained to her then, and wouldn't have to write, and wouldn't have to be explaining to her over social media. You get me?
I get what you're saying. I feel like it's a black person that wrote it.
Oh, for sure, it's a black person that wrote it. Come on, man.
Okay, so then,
you know a black person wrote that, bro.
yeah, okay, so then, can black people be racist?
Oh hell yeah, we can be racist, man. Listen,
I got a countless conversation with different strokes and different walks of worth of people, and some people say yay, and some people say nay.
I always hear this is the argument that I hear. Black people can't be racist because in order to
slavery.
In order to be racist, you got to be in a position of power. You've never heard anybody.
I heard about the oppressed. I heard about that.
In order for you to be racist, you have to be in a position of power. So by that virtue alone, they're saying black people can't be racist because we've never been in a position of power. And I'm saying, fiddlesticks.
Because you cut the malarkey, please.
That's such a gross understatement. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, listen, man. Anybody, any color, any creed, any gender
can be racist.
Can be racist. Can have a racist bone in their body, and can commit racist acts.
Yo, I always say that too. I feel like, you ever seen Joyner Lucas? He has a video, I'm Not Racist.
Right.
I think it's a powerful video. I think if anybody listening to this, they need to take in that Joyner Lucas video. Salute to Joyner Lucas for a brilliant work of art.
Yeah. Big ups to Joyner Lucas, man. I really like, he's one of the new school rappers that I really dig because he's not just rapping for the hell of it.
No.
You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that he drops got some real deep messages in it. It's got substance to it. I remember the first video I took in from him. It was about this $100 bill, and the way he broke down, this $100 bill was just crazy, amazing to show the ups and downs of its travels. You understand? So ever since then, I knew that this kid was a deep thinker. And had more than just, happy-go-lucky, get high, and, have sex raps.
Turn up.
You know what I mean? He wasn't just all about the turning up.
Yeah. I mean, like, because that video, that I'm Not Racist and stuff, whatever, it just shows you from the MAGA man type of people out there. And it shows you from the hood perspective and stuff. And it shows you that at the end, they have a better understanding of each other and stuff through communication and compromise.
Right.
And I feel like that's a powerful thing. And I feel like the people who are racist and stuff, whether it's be to black people or black people being to white people or black people being to other races and everything and stuff, whatever, it takes a conversation and a compromise between those two different groups to kind of get to an equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And I mean, like, the racism part, whatever, like, do I think racism be over? Pipe dream. But I feel like reach one, teach one and stuff, whatever, is more powerful than that.
Yeah, listen, I don't think racism will end, but I think the players in racism will change.
Explain.
Okay, so better yet, I think racism is going to give way to classism.
Cool. Explain to the masses what don't know classism.
Okay, so when I say racism is gonna give in to classism, I believe in the future it's not gonna be an argument between whites and black as much as it's gonna be an argument between rich and poor.
Rich and poor.
You understand? Because I think in the future, all the rich people are gonna stick together, of every color, right?
Yeah.
And in the future, all the poor people are going to, by the necessity, have to stick together.
Yeah.
By of any color.
I always feel like you have the have and the have-nots.
Well, yeah.
Right? And the have-nots, red, black, white, they don't give a damn stuff for who they are. They still go through that daily struggle.
Listen, if there's anything, if there's a group of people outside of niggas who can say how niggas feel, it's poor white trash.
Yeah.
Cause they treat it like niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Latinos too, though.
Latinos too, but this is what I'm saying. Listen, but hear what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Classism, because a well-to-do, uppity black person will be accepted quicker than a poor white trash.
You're damn right.
So right there, then we can see
classism will come into full play.
Right there and then we can see it's gonna have nothing to do with color.
Yeah, right. I give you that.
We're moving towards that. If we look at it now, we're moving towards that.
Well, yeah, because you have these celebrities, these celebrity types of stuff from these gated communities and everything, stuff, whatever. You can have a Jay-Z next to a Kylie Jenner next to whosoever, like a Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Whosoever. And they're not worried about black, white, Latino, Armenian. They're just their main concern and stuff for it is that, like, yo, they have this gated community.
Listen.
And security needs to play their position to keep them away from the stalkers and the weirdos.
Can afford to be in this community, you belong to this community.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? As long as you can afford to live in this community, you're going to live where everybody else can afford to. I don't care what color you are. You're going to live where everybody else can't afford to live in my gated community. Understand? So this is what I'm saying. Racism is going to give way to classism. Eventually. Yeah, I mean, if we look at it later, just look at it from a generation standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we look at rock music and the generation of rock music, right?
Right.
The majority of consumers of rock music, who are they? Caucasians.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay. The dominant music today at this point in time is what? Hip-hop, right?
Right.
Okay. The listeners of hip-hop, what are they?
Black, white, everybody.
It's everybody.
Everybody.
You understand?
Right.
But if we look at hip-hop on a whole, it's still considered a lower class form of music.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Opera, which is considered a higher class of music.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna be the people who are absorbing that, consuming that?
Not my black ass.
Gonna be Caucasians.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in this day and age, right? You gonna have those who want to rub shoulders listening to opera as well. So that segment of the black population who are now in those neighborhoods, who are now hearing that type of music is listening to opera music and enjoying the opera music, and they're having a deeper appreciation of opera. Because listen, we don't like opera music because we can't appreciate it. We don't know how to appreciate it.
With weed?
Huh?
Can you appreciate it with weed?
It might help a little bit.
I'm about to say, I don't know.
It might help you a little bit. You understand? But we can't appreciate it for what it is. You understand? Like the subtle nuances in it. It's music. There's music, and there's gonna be people who appreciate it for what it is because they know what to listen
That
out
is
for,
true.
right?
That's
Right?
true. Yeah, I give you that.
If we're in those circles and we get educated to what to listen out for, then we can start appreciating opera. You understand? And us appreciating opera, well, then it's no longer white people. White people think here's two black brothers who know and listen to and appreciate opera.
Right.
It's a rich thing. It's an upper class thing. You understand? So as much as there's a multiculturalism happening in lower class hip hop and lower class, what we will consider to be lower class as far as, you know what I mean, the world is concerned. We know it's obviously not, but you get what the point I'm trying to make, though.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go download some damn opera music, go play it and stuff, whatever. Fake it till I make it.
fake it till you make it, man.
Why not?
And get
The
your
only opera song I know is freaking, was it Carmen and Figaro?
Figaro. I don't even know Figaro. I just know Figaro.
I just know that Figaro.
If there's any
Figaro,
other,
Figaro,
if there's any
Figaro.
other words other than Figaro, I don't know it.
Man,
I don't know it.
it stops after Figaro. That's it. The curtain comes down, everybody claps, they walk the fuck out.
You walk out.
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
You walk out, man. And that's yeah. That's it.
All right, we're gonna get to the question segment.
This question
Let's do this.
segment is brought to you in my hands. Trace water.
Yep.
Yeah, we drinking some Trace water this episode. We looking for Trace water sponsorships. This is about the 6th episode now that you've been mentioned, Trace water. So hashtag without a trace.
Yeah.
Without a trace. I'm gonna get on some IGs, doing some IGs and some social medias, and make sure we pump this. But yeah, hit me up with the scumbag of the week.
It's a question now. I always get static for my questions. People always get tight. I don't know why. It's just a moral and principle type of thing. I ask people, since we talk about parenting and stuff, whatever, so much in this one, would you rather your child to be bullied or to be the bully?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna have to pick be the bully.
Why? I said the same thing, but why?
Because in being the bully, I know that, and this is gonna sound kind of messed up, but it is what it is. I know that
All I want is your moral honesty.
they have the confidence in themselves to stand up, and be assertive.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a bully without being assertive. No way, no how. It's impossible to be a bully without being assertive.
It shows leadership to me.
Yeah,
It shows leadership to me.
it does. Listen, the world is full of bullies, man.
Tons.
The world is full of bullies, and a lot of those bullies are leaders.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in today's times and stuff, whatever, you can't dodge bullies. Whether it be cyber bullies or like school bullies or even work bullies as an adult. Some people want stuff to get bullied and stuff as adults and stuff, whatever, in today's time. But my thing and stuff is that if you are a bully, like as a child or as the child is a bully, I feel like that's easy to correct than to be bullied. Because I feel like there's tons of situations now in today's times where these kids who've been bullied, either they don't speak about it or they don't deal with the situation. It has dire repercussions and stuff, whatever, right? Like these kids might be on the brink of suicide. They might get past that mark. They might turn to substance abuse. And I feel like that's harder to correct compared to like a kid who is the bully.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting old school and stuff like that, but I bring that belt back into the equation, and it'll be easier to line their asses up compared to like the ones who's been bullied.
Yeah, I think that as well. With those who are being the bully,
mm-hmm.
I think that's easier to correct. Showing them the error in their ways, I think it's easier to correct than to raise somebody up
mm-hmm.
from the position of being bullied. I got a question for you.
Oh shit! Shoot.
And maybe this can be a part B to your question, right?
Go ahead.
Do you think we're raising our kids too soft?
Absolutely. I feel that because a lot of kids today, they feel entitled. They feel like a sense of entitlement and stuff, whatever. Like things are just supposed to be given to them and handed to them and stuff, whatever. The work aspect of putting in work, I feel like that slowly starts to diminish, or if not, gone.
Right.
Because a lot of parents and stuff, whatever, they feel like they want to give their kids things that they never had. But then on the other end, from these kids and stuff, whatever, they expect these type of things, whatever, right? Like, for example, Jordans ain't cheap.
No, they're not.
Jordans is far from cheap, whatever, right? But these kids will ask for Jordans and stuff, whatever. Like, they expect you to make it rain with new kicks maybe like once or twice a month.
Oh, for sure.
They're not thinking about, you got bills to pay, you got other things and stuff, whatever. And look, I seen a damn video on Christmas last year on social media. It was the funniest. The mother bought the two sons one gift apiece, and she's like, and the kids turned to her and said, "Where's our other gifts? You didn't give us anything." She put the little sticker, little bow, little thing they put on gifts on the after they wrap them up.
Yeah.
On the light switch, on the tap. She put it on like the TV, on the cable cord. She's like, "Hey, that is a gift right there. That is a gift. Having water, running water, having electricity." He's like, but they feel entitled. So with that sense of entitlement and stuff, whatever, the work ethic or the trying is gone. So I feel like that's a part of them being soft now.
Yeah.
My opinion. That's just me. So yes, I feel like they're being soft now.
I think there's that, but I also think that there's the fact that we instead of teaching them to stand up for themselves,
yeah,
we're telling them to go and find somebody to solve their problems. And I feel there's gonna be a situation where, there's not gonna be somebody to solve your problems.
Pretty much.
So what are you gonna do for yourself at that point?
When even you become an adult.
Well, this is one of the things. Like, and I got 2 kids, and I stress to them to be kind to others, be courteous, watch your manners and so forth.
Right.
But I also teach them, don't be no punk. Don't be no walkover. You understand? If a situation comes to the point where you gotta defend yourself, you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
You understand? And
yeah,
the thing about the bully is that he always picks on the person he knows he can pick on.
What was it? Duppy no who for frightened.
Duppy no who for frightened. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the first person to stand up to that bully is the first person not to be picked on again.
Valid.
Because bullies deep down, they kind of insecure themselves.
Well, yeah, the expression is hurt people hurt people.
Well, there you go. Hurt people hurt people. So they're looking to pick on people who they perceive to be defenseless and can't, you know what I mean, who can't look out for themselves. So it gives them the sort of upper hand. It gives them the feeling of, I'm in control of this person. You understand? Mm-hmm. But as soon as you break that, they realize, oh, well, it doesn't make sense going down this road because I ain't in control of this person.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? I don't strike no fear in them. I don't this, that, and the third. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I fully agree with you.
For me to continue with my bullyish ways, it's going to be time consuming and hard because it's not as easy as I predicted it to be, or it's not, you know what I mean? So,
right.
You know what I mean? And this is what I tell my kids, yo, listen, true story. Me and my boy Swift was in high school, right? And we was in high school. For instance, I can recall a time in high school. Me and my boy Swift.
All right.
And
salute to Swift, man.
Yeah, what up, Swift? Swift had gotten in some static with some dudes from upper Warner. And so they planned they was gonna rush Swift at school, right? So it's like, I don't know, 20 or 40 niggas. 20 or 40 niggas.
That's just some Spartan 300 exaggeration or some real life 2040.
Nah, man. Like, look, listen. The whole area came to school for Swift.
Damn, right? What did he do? Fuck somebody's granny?
Listen, man. Some kid from the area spit on his car.
Yeah.
And he draped dude up, roughed him up and shit like that. So,
okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, click shit.
Yeah.
You go home, you tell your boys you got roughed up. They ready. They squatting up, right? So
Warriors,
so they squatted
come
up
out and play.
Yeah, so they squatted up. So anyway, you know, we got wind of what was going down. I think the principal and stuff like that, they got wind of what was going on because they was telling Swift not to come to school. They was like, yo, we heard what's going down.
Hold on, the people are supposed to protect your ass.
Yo, they're telling you to stay home.
They're
telling them to stay home, man.
What the fuck?
And it was just, yo. So I remember the day, man. It's just me and Swift, and the school that we went to. You know what I mean? Me and Swift was the only real, or we was the only real church niggas. You know what I mean? We was the only church we represent. You know, I wasn't even from church. But I had to hold my man down. You understand? I'm over the bridge. You understand?
You're a rider.
I'm a ride, right?
You're a rider.
So anyway, he's like, yo, it's like yo, smooth. Oh, but for those who don't know, this is a good time to let everybody know that not your average Joseph, aka Jose, is also old school smooth. Right?
I call his ass smooth.
So if you hear the references of smooth, that's me. All right, so Swift was like, and that's how we was known, Swift and Smooth, right? So Swift was like, yo, Smooth, if I'm getting beat up, your ass better be right there beside me getting your ass busted too. So I'm like, bet. I'm like, bet. But we ain't getting beat up though. You understand? So I remember it's clear as day. I don't know if it was, I think it was second or third period. But we were by the gym, right? So anyway, we there and dudes came. You understand?
Right.
The whole squad came. You understand? So Swift was like, I was like, all right, we're in the hallway and stuff like that. I had a freeze and stuff like that. So I was waiting to see what's going on. What's going down. So I heard them, you know what I mean? See them coming for Swift now, you know, and it's like, yo, there's the first one of them started talking. It's like, yo, these, you know what I mean? You know when the finger come out and start pushing you in your chest and shit?
Yeah. Some Chris Paul, some Rondo type shit.
I'm like, yo, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. So I'm getting in my stance now, right? I'm looking, I'm saying, shit, there's really only two of us niggas. And there's a whole lot of them. But I'm gonna get in my stance anyway, man. So anyway, the fingers come out and pushing. And, and Swift is playing it cool. Because, he had the game plan already. Right? He's pushing. So Swift is going back now. He's going back now. So right in front of the gym where we are, there's like a hallway and a set of lockers, right? So, that's where we were. So he's pushing. And so Swift is, he's going back. And this one dude keep pushing him with his finger, and he's going back, and our whole crew is out there and shit like that. So my man Swift is looking around him and stuff like that, and he's looking around and stuff like that. And then when he got pushed back to the locker and realized his back was against the locker, and at that point ain't nobody could come from behind him. Yo, he went into his pocket, grabbed his knife. The switchblade and said like this, whoosh, slicked out the switchblade and grabbed one of them motherfuckers in front of him and sliced him down the arm.
Oh shit!
Yo.
Oh shit! This took a different turn than I thought.
The one nigga he caught turned to 20 and 30 niggas running. They all ran after that.
Oh yeah, because it was legit.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at that point they said, yo, dude has a knife in his hand and he ain't no punk. He's gonna use it. You understand?
The hawk.
It changed at that point. Now they realize, yo, they couldn't just come to, you know what I mean? If you coming, you better be coming armed or stuff. You ain't coming to just, take nobody likely like that. You ain't bullying us over here. And that's that.
Y'all probably switch the goddamn dynamic of grade school fights and shit from there too.
Listen, there's 20 to 40 niggas, 2 niggas with one knife in a locker, and some backs against the locker. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So you gotta stand your guard a lot of times, man. You can't let these bullies bully you.
Nah, man. I'm good.
That's
man.
it, man.
That's
so
it.
So for sure, I'm gonna tell my kids, listen, I'd rather my kids be doing the bullying, but don't bully at all, and don't become a victim.
Agreed.
Don't become a victim.
I'm good for this episode. You good?
I'm good, man. We're approaching the month of November. Just want to give a quick shout outs to Battle of the Beat Makers coming up.
Yes.
From the 7th to the 11th. The 7th is the launch party. Again, we got my man Sean Payne, resident. He's gonna be performing with some other cats, some known, and some of them getting their just due for the first time, and that will kick off the proceedings for the 4 days that's ahead. So the next 2 days after that will be the semifinals, and then on the Saturday, which is the 10th, we're gonna have the finals, and then wrapping up the weekend on the Sunday is the Pro Audio Conference. So hit www.battleofthebeatmakers.com, or you can hit up the social medias at World Beat Battle and get some more information on that. Like I said, it's going to be an ill event. The judges are Ill Mind, Just Blazed, and rounding up the dope 3, we got Manny Fresh. You understand? So it's
fresh.
There you go, right? So that's it. We bring in the old to the new. And it's gonna be a really dope time, and maybe we should do something special that weekend in Marv. Maybe do like, like a Podical Sons pass through.
Why not?
Entertainment.
Why not? We might have some special people on that.
Yeah, I mean, probably get a glimpse of the winner, you know, and have them say a few words and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll be there. We could do that.
We'll be there.
I'm a part of the event, so we got keys.
There.
We got keys. We got keys to these
Major
things.
key alert.
We got keys to these things. But that's it.
Cool. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons.